First opened in 2017. There's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from... Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. He'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. On third and short, they'll try option left. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Now back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Uses the stiff arm. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46. Hands it off out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. That catch good for only a couple. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. They're going to look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he takes this one back into the end zone.
took it all the way.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to use his legs here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. The coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe it.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. So a long field ahead for the Falcon offense as they head out. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And to give this time to the tailback. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Oh, he bowls over him. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Point after here coming up. And it's good to make it 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Minnesota's offense takes over possession as the season winds down and you look at them in totality. You know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and your win column will result.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection. And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back, not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Scrimmage the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout. An injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Powers through. And some room to maneuver. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground, and here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Nash. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are able to widen their lead here in this first half. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 4. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We begin with a good one in Nashville. New Orleans taking on Tennessee. And it's the Titans out in front in that one. The Titans still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they lead the visiting Raiders at halftime. The Steelers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets at halftime. The Pats trying to hold on and claim victory. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And not much went right in those first two quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Here's 2nd and 8. He finds his man, complete. That's Nash. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Nash. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they have to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Back to throw here. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Nash. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point. Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw again. And this one goes incomplete. A first misfire there after 6 straight completions, and it leads to 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 21. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
And now out comes Minnesota. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's a play fake as they set up. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and he could barely get a glove on it before he got the quarterback on the ground.
They're going to look to throw.
They're going for Jefferson downfield.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for Minnesota.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll go option to the short side. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to get a score back. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their...
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point splits the uprights, so they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And here now come the Falcons.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. They'll drop to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD.
Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taken at the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Touchdown, Falcons! A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Falcons get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
But when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a big play there for Atlanta.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off inside the 10.
Let's go. Interception all day, baby.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And the football going back to the Vikings offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Picked up a 1st down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I think we should put a stopwatch on that one. You talk about having all day to throw the football, able to scan the field, find someone open after a long time. Big-time credit to the offensive line for protection. That's what we used to call throwing out of the rocking chair.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Going to throw right side here, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand.
from the 13 now. They work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll set up a throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
On 1st down, it's Bird. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now
Looking to throw.
It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 79 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta, a victory in Week 18 gives them a final mark of 13 up and 4 down. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll limp to the finish line a bit with a final record of 5-12. And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way.